on this episode.
Over the years, they helped me with different programs, pointing me in the right direction.
Welcome to Sherwood Dodge Road to Hope. I'm your host, Bianca Jade. Today we travel to central Alberta to look at the peer support services that are being offered in relation to drug harm reduction. There they hand out over 34,000 needles every month.
I was recently released from custody, and it was my first day out, and I was going to go use. And I was walking away, and Megan came running out, and she's like, "Just be careful tonight." You know, it's been a while. And to me, that kind of showed that she really does care. It's really hard to get some legs underneath yourself.
Turning Point is basically a landmark to us. People know Turning Point. We answer the phone as Turning Point. However, we are CANS, which is the Central Alberta AIDS Network Society. Our mission is to foster healthy relationships to those living with HIV and AIDS and the harm reduction program. Harm reduction is there to help out and give a person healthy choices. It's assistance to those. They're in between using, starting their drugs, to going and to rehabilitation. We're helping for the choices in between those two.
They have a lot of harm reduction stuff here, and it's not just the actual material, it's the information, and they kind of, over the years, they helped me with different programs, point me in the right direction.
Harm reduction supplies allows a person who uses drugs a clean and safe way to use those drugs. We provide clean needles, which we also provide information on how to not share those needles, how not to reuse the needles, which is just as important, if not more important, than the supplies.
There's quite a few people that have hepatitis C, HIV, and then there's just other, general diseases. It's a harm reduction in that sense.
We provide containers and drop boxes for those who are using to bring their needles in safely. This is one of the boxes that we dispose of needles in. We had 70% of our needles that were handed out were returned to us. And that's huge, huge, huge. Then they're not out in the park, they're coming here. A lot of people think, oh, well, you're just helping out these drug addicts. And it's not about that. They're not a drug addict.
A lot of people out there that I've met over the years, you would never even think they were an addict in the throes of their addiction, but they suffer too, right? Doesn't matter how big their bank account is or how fancy their home is or how perfect their life might look, you know? It's hard to do on your own.
I'm able to engage with people when they come in, whether it's from people that use drugs or someone who is looking for safer sex knowledge or a parent. It's not just about handing out clean supplies. I really wanted this job and I'm really passionate about it. I'm passionate about my work because I feel that they would do the same for me. I feel I could easily be there. They're someone's daughter, son, brother, sister.
Megan's a very, very kind-hearted lady. Generous with her time, generous with her spirit, and she cares. She really does.
Me and my daughter were out walking our dog, which we usually do every day, and I ran into one of my clients who does use drugs, and he was intoxicated. He came up, "Hi Megan, how are you doing?" So I introduced him to my daughter and she was scared and she hid behind me. As soon as we started having a bit of conversation and he began to talk to her, she walked out from behind me and was able to understand that this is a person. What happened made my day and I'm so, so proud of my daughter for that.
A lot of people fall victim to a circumstance, and it doesn't discriminate. You know, it doesn't matter what side of town you come from.
It's a son, it's a daughter, it's a brother and sister, and if the public can think about it that way, maybe they'll be a little more open to harm reduction.
The best part about cans is the success stories. You know, there is that 1 in 100 or whatever that they come through the doors and they link up with one of the people and they get in touch with a counselor, or they get involved in a housing program. You know, they get that break that they needed. And when you hear about those people, that's what really sparks hope, you know. They're not there to judge you, you know, it's anonymous. You don't have to worry about your neighbors or your employer finding out. Being an addict, I'm grateful it's there.
You change your perspective on things, usually with education on it. So a lot of beliefs come from, oh, well, you're enabling. So you kind of have to think it through the big picture as, well, we're giving healthy choices.
I think that's what CANS is kind of all about. You know, it's hope for people that are down and out. And they're there as a support, you know. You don't have to do it alone.
Here in central Alberta, almost 400 people are part of the drug harm reduction caseload. To learn more about the program or the services that they offer, please follow them online. And while there, please join the conversation for this episode by using the hashtag Road to Hope. Thanks for watching.